Welcome to Dry Tortugas. It's a good reason to buy a yacht, and I've almost got her convinced. We found a shipwreck.
Adventures of 7!
All right, we are on the boat and we are headed out to Dry Tortugas National Park. It's a 2-hour boat ride over. The boys are doing good. The girls not so much. Macy had to sleep with a stamp on her hand and woke up with it on her face.
Well, about half the boat was vomiting on the way over.
Yeah, it was a brutal ride. The first half was okay. The second half, the waves got big and it was pretty intense. I never get seasick, but I could feel it. All right, you can see the Dry Tortuga behind me. We're ready to get off this boat. Almost everybody's sick, but Ezra.
The ocean is like really blue. It's like bright blue.
Despite the vomit, we made it to Dry Tortuga National Park. And we're excited to check this place out and see, learn a little history, and maybe go in the water. Cruiser, don't fall in the moat. This fort took 40 years to build and they never completed it. Welcome to Dry Tortugas.
Yeah, we're here, we made it.
It's not dry, it's wet. It's an island in the middle of the Caribbean, 70 miles west of Key West. All right, this is a pretty cool spot, and when it was built, it was the largest brick structure, largest masonry structure, how do I say it?
Yeah.
The largest masonry structure in the Western Hemisphere. You have to spend quite a bit of money to come out here, but it's only super expensive if you have 5 kids. If it's just 1 or 2 of you, I would totally do it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's really cool. It's a really cool national park, really remote, so it's quiet, and it's really fun.
Give you a view. It's a little windy, but that is one awesome view. Amazing.
Actually, 7 islands here. There used to be 11, but 5 of them got covered up by the sea over the last 200 years. We had a lot of fun because you kind of have free run of the fort here. There's no handrails, there's no guardrails. There's, you could fall right off the edge if you wanted to.
I've actually only seen 2 park service people here at all.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Mom?
I'm taking a picture of this cool brickwork. Hopefully I don't drop my phone.
So the edge of the fort doesn't fall off. You guys cold?
Yeah.
Snuggled up. This is supposed to be the Caribbean. This national park is not the cheapest one to get to, unless you own a yacht, and then you don't really care how much it costs because you own a yacht.
But then it's free, so.
Yeah, then it's free, so it's a good reason to buy a yacht, and I've almost got her convinced. Still on top of the fort, there's these cool tunnels.
This is I think this might be my favorite national park. I thought the Everglades was, but I think this might have beat it.
For a time it was used as a prison during the Civil War, And so we got to go down into where some of the prison cells were, and that was really interesting. Just looking down these long hallways with all these arches, just beautiful, beautiful fort. It's just, they put and there's masonry work across the top that is just pretty. They put so much effort into making it look beautiful as well as functional.
Yeah. I love looking at old buildings and old history. I just love envisioning what life was like, and I just have this wandering spirit, and I want to go out and explore. And I just think how cool it would have been to live 100 or 200 years ago and really be able to explore someplace that nobody had really ever explored or discovered before.
Just got to kind of explore everywhere, and there's no sign saying don't go here, don't go here. It's just kind of open, and it was really fun. I think the boys really liked exploring here. Ezra really liked just exploring through this old ruins of an old fort, and Brandon really liked seeing how well it was built, considering it was built almost 200 years ago.
I found a skeleton.
Show him, buddy.
Yeah, here's the legs. And yeah, it's a bird skeleton, and then the backbone is in here. You can see the whole thing connected.
Kind of interesting, this whole fort was built by slaves, but by the North, so kind of confusing.
I found a huge conch shell. Isn't that cool? I think it's brain coral, I don't know.
We went and walked around the edge of the moat, which we were all wondering, why did you need a moat? Because you're 70 miles from the closest land, which is also an island. But at any rate, they used a moat, and I read that it was partly for their sewer system, so you can imagine how stinky it was here when there was, 2,000 people living here.
Daddy, look, this shows see-through from this side. See, if you put your finger in it,
Oh, yeah,
then you can still see it.
that is neat. We got to go snorkeling. The kids got to see some cool shells. The water was a little murky because the storms that were going on. But we got to see some awesome undersea wildlife, and the kids, we don't have that where we're from, so that was pretty exciting. There you go, just breathe, nice, smooth breathing. Can't smile?
I can't see underwater anymore.
Yeah, your goggles are all fogged up. Let's go.
Don't touch me!
Come on.
No.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
It's cold. It's cold. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
I know.
That is it.
Come on, Cruz, come with me. You'll be my camera crew. The water is like 74 degrees, but it's not quite warm enough with the wind and the air so cold. 64 outside, 74 in the water. I'm cold. All right, we're walking away from the fort onto this little peninsula called Bush Key. But we have to go there because that's Brecken's nickname, Bush Key. What'd you find, Ezra?
Look at this. It was like buried in the sand. I could only see like a little tiny bit of it.
Spin it for me.
See?
Still has the conch.
That's this animal that makes those.
That's the conch.
It makes those?
the shell.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The shells on the beach are cool because Ezra found a big conch shell and there's coral and it's a national park, so you can't take anything out. So it's all here.
And then we don't have to have junk back at our house that we don't want collecting dust on some shelf.
Yeah.
All right, we came around the corner of this little key and we found a shipwreck. I don't know how recently this wrecked, but makes you feel bad for the owners of the ship. Okay, check this out. A Coke can still unopened from this shipwreck. Kids, I don't know why they're carrying all these shells, because not only is it against the law to take the shells, but I won't let them take the shells. I don't need more stuff like this in our house.
I want to be the top.
Brecken, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the ocean.
It wouldn't be a national park visit if Cruiser didn't get a shoulder ride. Right, buddy? Go, Cruiser, go!
I'm gonna be.
You are! Cruiser thinks he's gonna beat me. He's probably right. He was right. I think I'm the last one off the island, partly because I always hate leaving our adventures, and partly because I do not want to get back on the vomit boat. Seasickness is not a good trait for someone that likes to explore. But what are you gonna do? I can't let it stop me.
Thank you for coming on this adventure with us, and don't forget, next Sunday we have another national park coming out. It's going to be fun. We have some awesome things coming up, and we wanted to spend every adventure together with you.